Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am bringing you guys another manga haul. So I'm sorry I haven't posted in a really long time and that my posting schedule hasn't really been consistent. I was planning on posting every 2 weeks during the summer since I'd have more time, but I ended up not filming or editing anything, so I ended up posting like once a month maybe, so I'm really sorry about that. So this manga haul is going to be a little bit random, but it's mainly going to revolve around all the used manga I have bought. All the manga in the haul has been bought through the Facebook market. But basically everything in this haul, each volume was around $3 or less, so it was a pretty good deal for everything. Currently, the Right Stuff birthday sale is ongoing, and I have been buying stuff from there that I was interested in. And as soon as that stuff arrives, you guys will have a lot more interesting manga hauls. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I just want to mention again that this manga is used, so some of it is not in the best condition. So the first series I ended up getting was Attack on Titan, so here is volume 9. So here is Attack on Titan volume 14. So the rest of the volumes that I am missing to the series I will end up buying probably from Right Stuff. And the last volume to Attack on Titan that we have is volume 15. So I'm pretty sure basically everyone knows what this series is about. It gained most of its popularity through its anime, but recently the manga has been gaining a lot more popularity. So I will just go ahead and give you guys a little explanation to the series in case you don't know what it's about. So in Attack on Titan, humanity constantly fears and is threatened by these man-eating monsters called Titans. They are basically uncontrollable and really hard to kill. So humanity now lives in 3 walls, which were made by their ancestors to protect them from the Titans. So there's this organization called the Survey Corps, which is made of a lot of regiments, including the Scouts, which venture outside the walls to explore and kill Titans. The wall was able to protect humanity for around 50 to 100 years, but unfortunately one day it was breached. So our 3 main characters, Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, all lived in the wall that got breached. Eren ended up seeing his mom get brutally murdered and made it his goal to join the Scouts and eliminate every single Titan. After that, it follows their story in the Scouts and trying to find out the truth about Titans and how to stop them. So I would highly recommend this series. I personally have not read the manga, but I have heard that it's really good. I have watched the anime around 3 times, so I do really enjoy it. I know a lot of people were not happy with season 4, but I personally think the animation was not bad and we should be thankful that we even got it animated. And I'm very excited for the second part to season 4 to come out. It recently got announced for January of 2022, I believe. So for Attack on Titan, the tops are a little bit yellow, the sides aren't that bad, and the bottoms aren't really that bad. So of course they're used, so they're gonna have like yellowness and they're a little bit scratched up on the edges, but I'm personally not too picky on the condition of my manga, and that is Attack on Titan. So the next series I have is My Hero Academia, and here we have volume 2. Here is volume 3. Volume 4. Now, I don't remember if the seller didn't have volume 5 or if we're letting someone borrow it right now. So the next volume I have is volume 6. And I really like the covers to this series. Some of them are kind of ugly, but some of them are nice. After volume 6, it kind of skips randomly. So here is volume 14. And the last volume I have is volume 15. Like, this cover is actually really ugly in my opinion. I don't know, I don't think it looks nice, but this cover and this cover look nice, and some of the earlier ones do too. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I don't know, I just think it kind of looks weird. It's just my opinion though. If you like the covers, then you do you. So My Hero is pretty popular and I'm pretty sure basically everyone knows about it, but I'll still explain the plot. So this manga is basically set in a universe where superheroes exist and everyone is born with a quirk, which is technically a superpower. So our main character, Midoriya, also known as Deku, was actually born with no quirk. So all through middle school, he ended up getting bullied by this kid named Bakugo. So all throughout middle school, Deku got bullied by Bakugo as well as everyone else in his class. He really looked up to All Might, which was the best superhero at that time. So through certain events, he ended up meeting All Might. he ended up finding out that All Might was no longer able to fight for long periods of time, and finding out that All Might's quirk One for All was actually able to be passed on through person to person, which is not a thing that can happen normally. So All Might decided to give his quirk to Deku and ended up training him, and in the end giving him the quirk. So Deku wanted to apply to a very famous high school for superheroes called UA. He ended up going to the entrance exam and getting accepted. After that, we end up following him and his class 1A on their adventures and really unfortunate stuff that happens to them. So that is my explanation to My Hero Academia. So this series also does have an anime adaptation, which I personally would recommend. Currently, new episodes are airing weekly, and I'm actually quite excited about that since we are going to be getting My Villain Academia animated. I believe it started getting animated like last episode or 2 episodes ago, I'm not too sure, but I'm excited to see all the villains' backstories get animated. You can tell these were recently bought volumes. They are all basically completely white, and except the little smudge there, they've been taken care of very well. So that is My Hero. So the next series I ended up getting from this seller is Rave Master, which is a really old series. I mean, I don't think it's like that old, but it's still pretty old, and here is volume 1. So I'm actually not too sure what this is about. I read the synopsis in the back, so I'm pretty much just gonna reword that. So our main character here, I do not know his name. So it basically follows him, and he is a hero in making, or he's a hero in training, whatever you want to call it. But he doesn't really live a lifestyle that reflects that. He's carefree, really doesn't do much, till one day the island he lives on, it gets attacked by an evil society called the Demon Card, and he's kind of forced to protect his island now. It pretty much looks like your average shonen series though, so I don't think it'll be anything too special. Anyways, here is volume 2 to the series. Now, this series is in pretty bad condition, so it's like yellow and the spines are kind of damaged. This volume isn't too bad. I think a lot of Tokyo Pop stuff are kind of hard to get nowadays, so I was lucky to find this for such a cheap price. Oh, that was my mistake. I accidentally grabbed volume 4 instead of volume 2. So here is volume 2. Here is volume 3. Volume 6, which has like the letters are like popping up. Does that make sense? They're like textured, while the other aren't. So I'm not sure if these were like special edition or if they just started doing this later on into the series. But that's pretty cool. As you can see, it's like textured. Yeah. And then we're missing 7, but I have volume 8, so here it is. And this has the textured things on it. So maybe they just started doing it after volume 6. So yeah, so hopefully you guys got the gist of the series. Oh, and here's like the yellowing. Volume 1 has like the most yellowing out of all of them. Probably the oldest though, so it kind of makes sense, but yeah. Now to a different seller. Now, I don't know how much each volume was, but for all these volumes, it was $15, so it was a pretty good deal. The series that was Get Backers, so here we have volume 1. Now this is an old series, but you can just tell by the art style as well as the condition of the volumes. Also, it's by Tokyo Pop, so it has to be relatively old. Now these volumes are in pretty rough condition. You couldn't really see the condition that much in the pictures, like you could see the spine. They're not that bad. Volume 1 is probably like the worst one, except they are really yellow. So again, condition is not the best for a used manga, but I really don't think it's that bad. So like I said, this volume is really not... I cleaned it obviously, so I'm not touching anything. Oh my. I can't show that. That was really unexpected. That was really unnecessary too. There was no point to that. Anyways, okay, what is with this unnecessary inappropriateness? Anyways, the art style looks nice from what I can tell, and it looks like a pretty cool series. Again, pretty much your typical shonen stuff, but yeah, this volume's not in the... Why do I keep on flipping to weird pages? Oh my. Anyways, volume 1 of Get Backers. Here is volume 2. The covers are nice and the art is nice, so let's just see if I can show this. See, this volume isn't that bad. The first volume is probably just insanely old. Here is volume 3 to this series. I don't know too much about this series, but from the back, what it's in the synopsis in the first volume, it revolves around get-backers, and they basically focus on retrieving anything that was lost. Because their job, I think they encounter people and have to fight them, so it's like a combat kind of thing. I don't think they have powers or anything. I don't think this was ever super popular, but I'm sure it had a pretty good fan base when it was coming out, since they ended up publishing technically all the series in English. I'm not sure if this series has an anime adaptation. It might though, because when I looked up what it was about, just to get a better, just so I could maybe explain it better. It didn't work though. I don't trust Google. It's pretty much trash half the time. It didn't, I think it said it had one, so if you're interested in it and you don't want to read the manga, or the manga is hard to find, I don't think it's going for expensive at all. I think they're like more hard to find, but I don't think they're expensive. The most I saw these going for was like $15, $20, so they're not extremely bad, and there's not many people selling them, so I highly doubt this series is rare or anything. So this volume has been getting way better with the yellowing compared to the first volume. You can't really see it. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Never mind. There is 16 volumes to the series in total, so it was a pretty lengthy series, and this person probably very diligently collected it. It seems like these volumes' sides are getting better though. Hopefully I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can actually see a difference. So I'm sorry that I don't really know what the series is about. I just wasn't super interested. Like, it seems like a pretty cool series when I first got it, but I've lost interest through the like month and a half that I've had it. I just haven't really looked at it or really flipped through it or like anything like that. I pretty much just have been on my shelf in a corner. Actually, it's been on a shelf, like in a shelf I don't use. It's like a super small one that I got. The covers get pretty cool to this series, and I don't know if 16 volumes completes the series. So the next thing I got is a box set, and I actually ordered this box set off Right Stuff, but then I saw it used for cheaper, so I just bought it. So that is the Full Metal Alchemist box set. So I actually already took the volumes out of the box set and they're on my shelf, so I'll go ahead and take them out and show them to you guys. So this is the Full Metal Alchemist box set. It includes the volumes, and then it also includes a poster and a novel. So this is how it looks. So here is the first side and then the other side. So the box set looks pretty cool, and yeah. So here is Full Metal Alchemist Volume 1. And these are actually in really good condition, and they're really not all that yellow either. They're basically new, and I'm really happy that they're in great condition. So here is a flip through to the series. Now I'm actually not too sure what this is about, but from what I read on the back of the synopsis, it basically revolves around these two brothers which do alchemy. They were basically practicing something or doing something, and one of them ended up being in a metal body. So it's like just his soul in there, and it's not like his physical body. And they end up pretty much being slaves to the military and having to do jobs and kind of solve problems, I guess. And that is pretty much what the back said and what I'm going to be going off of. And here is volume 2. Now I do believe this series has an anime adaptation, but I personally have not watched that yet. I also have not read the manga to the series either, so I pretty much know nothing about this series. Except I do know that a lot of people prefer Full Metal Alchemist, the Brotherhood series, instead of the original, so I really don't know which one's better. But in the end, I do want to collect both, so I decided getting the box set would be a good way to do it. Now this box set wasn't that cheap. I don't remember how much I bought it for, but it was probably around like $80 to like $130. But like on Right Stuff it was like almost $200, and on Amazon it was more expensive. So I don't think it was a horrible deal, and it's practically new. It was cheaper, and might as well just get it when I saw it. So it probably wasn't the best deal I could find, but I decided just to go ahead and get it. I like how all the volumes have technically the same design to them. They have like the logo and then a picture, and they all look pretty nice on the shelf since they have gray sides to them. And another thing I like to these is that on the sides they have a different character on each volume, And this series has 27 volumes, so there are quite a lot, and it's a lengthy series. So if you are interested in it, I think getting the box set would be probably cheaper than getting the singular volumes. But apart from that, the art also does look nice to this series. And I'm quite excited to start reading, and hopefully I will watch the anime soon. I started watching the first episode. I only got 10 minutes in, but then I never continued it, so yeah. Here is volume 17. Anyways, I really don't have much to talk about while I'm showing this series, so I'd recommend to go check out the Right Stuff anime birthday sale. A lot of series go really cheap, and Jujutsu Kaisen actually went on sale I think 2 weeks ago, so I ended up getting a lot of the series, so look forward to seeing an unboxing of that later on. So I don't know if you'll still be able to find it on sale. Some series they take off after the 1 week, and then others they don't, so it's honestly just depending. I also got a lot of stuff for giveaways, and I'm planning on doing another giveaway really soon. So I was gonna post something to say thank you for 900 subscribers, but I ended up not doing that since I was nervous and didn't know what to post. So in the end, I ended up not doing anything, so I'm sorry about that, but I do really appreciate it. So a giveaway will probably be coming soon. So here we have volume 27, which is the last volume. And lastly, the box that came with a novel. So here it is. It's a bit weird to show a book that actually goes the right way or how it would go in America. So here are the colored pages. It's actually just one. And then the novel, which it's not much to show. You can really only see words. So yeah. So that is everything I got in this haul. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video.